The next step is to find the number of junction. To find this, we have to look how many number of walls are getting coinciding. For example, if you are getting the wall in this shape, that is in the T shape, then this point will represent it as a junction point. That means here two walls are getting coincide. Similarly, if you are getting a junction in this form, that is in the form of a place, then you have to take two number of junctions here. One is the top reverse T, this will be treated as one number of junction, and then the other junction is this, so the bottom one. So you have to take two junctions at the place point and one junction wherever you get the T point. So now you have to look to the figure how many number of T junctions you have and how many number of place junctions you have. So starting with the endmost corner, see at the end you have a L type of junction. At the L type of junction you won't get any point. So please leave the L type of section here. Now move to the next point. See here you can see a T type of section. That means you can get one junction at this point. Let us name this as 1. Then move to the next corner. At this corner again you can see a L shape. So you won't get the junction at this point. Then move to the next point. At this point you can see a T shape like this. In this form you can see. That means you have one junction at this. Let us name this as 2. Then move to the next point. Again at this point you can see one more T shape. Then you get one junction at this point. Then at this corner you can see the L shape section. That means you won't get junction at this point. Then let us move to the next point. So again at this corner you again can see the L shape. That means you will not get the junction at this point. Let us move to the next point. At this point again you can see a T type of junction. That means you will get a junction at this point. So let us name this as 4. Then let us move to the another point. At this corner you can see a L shape. You won't get the junction at this point. Let us move to the next. At this you can see a T type section. That means you will get a junction at this point. Let us name this as 5. Let us move to the last corner. At this you can see a L shape. At L shape you won't get the junction. So that completes the outermost part. Now let us move to the inner parts of the points. At the inner part, see you can see a plus mark like this. As I said, at the plus marks you can get two number of junction. One at the bottom, other at the top. Here you name this as 6 and this as 7. Then let us move to the another inner point. At this point you can see a T section like this. That means at this point you again get a junction. Let us name this as 8. See almost all the corners and the middle points has been covered. That means you have found all the number of junctions here. So now after finding the number of junctions you have to note it down. Here I am considering n as the number of junctions for a 23 to 23 centimeter wall. See there is only one wall thickness of the building. The building consists of single thickness, that is of 230 mm. Only you will get a junction for the 230 to 230 mm of wall here. So the total number of junctions what you have got is n numbers. Here I am considering capital N as the number of junctions. Now this completes the second step. The third step is to find the estimate, to find the quantities of the given item of work. So let us start with the question. See in the question, the item of work which is given to you is earthwork in excavation for the foundation, and then PCC, then SSM, and then first class brickwork. For all the 4 items you have to find the quantities. Let us start finding the quantities one by one. So starting with the earthwork excavation for the foundation in the hard soil. So to find the quantities you have to draw a table like this, and your table should consist of serial number, particulars, number, length, width, depth, and finally quantity. So now within this I will be writing the first item of work here, that is earthwork excavation for foundation in the hard soil. So for which if you are doing a center line method, for center line method, you always have to find a new length of that particular item of work. So whatever the item of work it is asked you in the question, for that particular item of work you have to find the new length. So to find the new length, the formula is small l is equal to capital L minus n into b by 2, where small l represents the length of that particular item and capital L represents the total center to center length of the whole building, and n represents the number of junctions, and b represents the width of that particular item of work. So all these are some of the notations which are coming under the formula. So now let us start with the value of capital L. We have got the value of capital L as 62.75. So you just write the value here, 62.75 minus n. Here n represents the number of junctions in this. For this problem, the number of junctions are 8 numbers. Let us write this as 8 into b. As I said, b represents the width of that particular item of work. So to extract the value of b, you have to look to the cross section of the building which is given in the question. This is the cross section of the building, and you are doing for the earthwork excavation here. That means you have to excavate the earth from the ground up to what depth you are going to excavate. See, you will be excavating the earth up to this depth. This is the bottommost layer of the building, and the width of this horizontal distance represents the width of the item, and the vertical distance of all the values represents the depth of that particular item of work. So now for this much of width you are going to extract the soil from the ground. Hence the width is of 1 meter. In the place of b, you write the value as 1 meter. That is 1.0 that divided by 2. Then you go on simplifying this. On simplifying this, you will get a value of L as 58.75. So now let us start filling the table. In the place of numbers, you have to take this as 1, just because here I am considering the whole area as one part. So for that reason, I will take the number as 1, and then the length of the item, this item of work is 58.75. You write the new length what you have got. B represents the width here, that is 1, and D represents the depth of that particular item of work. See, the below the ground level, whatever the depth which you can see, for that particular depth we are going to extract the soil. That means up to this depth the soil will be extracted. Hence you have to find this much of depth, and this much of depth will be found out by adding these 3 depths. 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 1 gives you the total depth of the excavation, which is equal to 0.9. So now in the place of D, you substitute the value as 0.9. Once all the values are filled up, you have to multiply all the 4 values. On multiplying all these 4 values, you will get the final quantity of the particular item of work, and the final quantity is 52.875, which is expressed in terms of meter cube. So this gives you the final quantity for the earthwork excavation, and that completes the first thing. So let us move to the next item of work. The second item of work is plain cement concrete 1:3:6 for a bed of the foundation. So now again you have to find the new length for this, and this new length will be found out by the formula L minus n into b by 2. Where capital L represents the total center to center length of the building, which is again 62.75. You write the value as 62.75, and n represents the number of junctions, which is 8 numbers, into b represents the width, that is 1 by 2. Here b represents the width of the PCC. In this figure, this portion represents the PCC portion, that is plain cement concrete. You can see the concrete which is filled in this particular portion. This is the PCC bed which is laid at the bottom, and the PCC bed width is as same as the excavation width. So for the 1 meter length, we will excavate the soil, and for the same length we will be providing the PCC above it. Hence the width of the excavation will be, or width of the PCC will be as same as your excavation. Hence the value of B will be taken as 1, that divided by 2. Then on simplifying this, you will get the same value of L as the previous one, that is 58.75. Now again in the place of numbers, you had to put it as 1 because we are considering the whole building as one part. And in the place of L, you you substitute the value of L as 58.75, and in the place of B you write down the width of the particular PCC, that is 1. Now for the depth of the PCC will be taken from the figure. So this much of portion is filled with the concrete, hence this is your PCC part, and the depth of this PCC part is 0.1 meter. So you write the value of D as 0.1 meter here. And then finally you multiply all the 4 values. After multiplying all the 4 values, you will get a value of 5.875 meter cube, which represents the quantity of the PCC here. So that completes the second item of work.